Cash feels safe, cash feels stable, cash feels like security, but in today's economy, cash is quietly becoming one of the riskiest places to store your wealth. Your money is not disappearing, it is losing power. Every year, your dollars buy less food, less housing, less energy, less opportunity, and most people do not even notice it happening. They just feel the pressure, they feel tighter budgets, smaller savings, more stress, more debt. This is not an accident. This is how modern money systems work. And smart money already knows it. They are not holding cash, they are moving it, they are repositioning it, they are protecting it. And today you are going to learn how they are doing it and why it matters to your future. Cash loses value through inflation, not all at once, not dramatically, not in a single moment, but slowly, consistently, quietly. Inflation is the invisible tax that affects everyone. When prices rise, but your income does not rise at the same speed, your purchasing power drops. That means your money is weaker, even if the number in your bank account stays the same. In the past, inflation was slower. People could save in cash and still build stability. Today, inflation moves faster than wages, faster than savings accounts, faster than most investments people understand. So holding cash feels safe, but mathematically, it is losing strength every year. This is why wealthy institutions do not sit on large piles of cash. They treat cash as a temporary position, not a long-term strategy. Before we start, hi, my name is Jaylen Brooks with Modern Money, and I would like to thank you for stopping by to build wealth with us. If you find value here, please help us by simply clicking the like and subscribe button. And before we start, know that one step in the right direction can change the rest of your life. Today, we will uncover why cash is losing value and what you should know in order to grow your money in 2026. People love cash because it feels real. You can see it, you can touch it, you can count it. It feels like control, but emotional safety and financial safety are not the same thing. Emotional safety says keep money where you can see it. Financial intelligence says move money where it can grow. This is why most people stay stuck while systems move forward. They react emotionally instead of strategically. They protect what feels safe instead of what actually works. Smart money does not chase comfort. Smart money follows structure. Smart money is not abandoning cash, it is minimizing idle cash. Cash is being used as a tool, not as storage. Smart money moves capital into assets, assets that produce value, assets that hold purchasing power, assets that grow with inflation instead of shrinking from it. This includes real estate, this includes business ownership, this includes productive investments, this includes digital assets, this includes diversified portfolios. The goal is not fast money, the goal is resilient money. Money that survives economic cycles, money that adapts to inflation, money that compounds over time.
Percent on an annual basis. Food prices, however, were up sharply, rising 3.1% from a year ago. Saks Global, parent of Saks Fifth Avenue and Neiman Marcus, filed for bankruptcy protection. The company is carrying more than $3 billion in debt and will now borrow even more money to meet its financial obligations. And Stan Kroenke, the owner of the LA Rams and SoFi Stadium, is now the largest private landowner in the United States. Last month, he purchased nearly 1 million acres of ranch land in New Mexico. Kroenke now owns more than 2.7 million acres across the American West and Canada. Now on with the show.
We are entering a new financial era. High debt systems, high interest environments, digital finance, automation, artificial intelligence, global capital movement. These systems reward ownership, not storage. They reward leverage, not liquidity. They reward positioning, not patience. This does not mean reckless risk. It means intelligent allocation. The system is designed to move money, not park it. Those who understand this gain advantage. Those who ignore it lose purchasing power slowly. This is how wealth gaps grow, not through sudden collapse, through quiet erosion. The middle class saves, the wealthy invest, the middle class stores money, the wealthy deploy money. One side protects numbers, the other side builds systems. This is not about greed. This is about understanding how money flows. Money follows growth. Money follows productivity. Money follows leverage, not storage, not stagnation, not fear. The wealthy do not fear debt. This does not mean you should panic. This does not mean reckless investing. This does not mean gambling your future. It means education. It means awareness. It means shifting mindset. It means understanding that saving alone is no longer enough. Saving is protection. Investing is growth. You need both, but you cannot build a future with protection alone. You need strategy. You need structure. You need positioning. Start asking different questions. How does my money grow? How does my money move? How does my money work for me? How does my money compound? How does my money survive inflation? These questions change behavior. They change decisions. They change outcomes. This is how financial transformation starts, not with a stock tip, not with a trend, not with hype, but with understanding. Wealth is not how much cash you hold. Wealth is how resilient your financial system is. Wealth is how diversified your income is. Wealth is how adaptable your strategy is. Wealth is how protected your purchasing power is. Wealth is how scalable your assets are. This is the new game, and the rules have already changed. Even business owners with assets are feeling the pinch. Please watch this clip.
Betty's Smokehouse, located on Chicago's South Side, has built a reputation for offering the best brisket in the city. However, like many small business owners across the country, Leach has faced significant challenges due to inflation, which has surged over the past 5 years. One of the most pressing issues affecting Lexington Betty's Smokehouse is the rising cost of brisket. Just 2 years ago, the price per pound was $3.80. Today, it has climbed to $4.60. This increase forces a restaurant to adjust its prices, a reality that often requires explaining to customers why they are paying more for the same meal. These price hikes create discomfort for both the business and its patrons, who may struggle to justify the added expense. The difficulties experienced by Leach and her restaurant are not unique. Inflation continues to be a top concern for small business owners nationwide. A recent survey revealed that 24% of small businesses identify inflation as their primary challenge. While inflation has decreased from the dramatic highs of 2022, its impact remains deeply felt, particularly in regions where household wealth and disposable income are lower. The effects of inflation are especially pronounced in rural communities, where residents typically allocate a larger share of their income to necessities. Unlike urban areas, where some individuals have been able to offset inflation through gains in the stock market, rural households often lack such financial cushions. This economic divide further exacerbates the challenges faced by these communities, as essential services become increasingly difficult to maintain. Hospitals in rural districts are closing due to insufficient population support. Colleges and universities are shutting down, and new home construction remains stagnant despite the availability of land. These realities highlight the different ways inflation manifests across various regions of the country. As inflation continues to shape economic realities, its effects are felt differently depending on location and industry. For small business owners like Dominic Leach, the rising cost of ingredients and operational expenses directly impact their livelihoods. For rural communities, inflation compounds existing struggles, making it even harder to sustain essential institutions. Meanwhile, financial experts and policymakers remain focused on economic indicators, attempting to mitigate the impact of inflation across diverse regions. Whether in Chicago's South Side, rural America, or Wall Street, inflation remains a pressing issue with far-reaching consequences. Understanding inflation, the ongoing challenge. Inflation remains a persistent concern, but its underlying causes are not as broad-based as some might assume. Rather than a widespread surge in prices across all sectors, inflation is primarily being driven by a few key components. One of the most significant contributors is shelter costs, which have been slow to adjust despite declining rental prices in sources like Zillow. The lag in housing data means that homeowners and renters do not immediately see the impact of these changes.
If this video made you think differently about money, subscribe to Modern Money. We drop weekly videos on credit, business, income, and wealth building, so you can stop guessing and start moving with confidence. And comment below, what's the one thing about money no one ever explained to you? Thank you for stopping by today. If you are still holding cash as your main strategy, you are already behind the curve. Not because you are failing, but because the system has evolved. The smart move is not fear. The smart move is education. The smart move is learning. The smart move is adapting. This channel exists for one reason: to help you see the system clearly, to help you understand how money really moves, to help you position yourself for the future. If this message has helped you see money differently, Subscribe to Modern Money with Jaylen Brooks. Share this video with someone who still believes saving alone is enough. And remember this, cash feels safe, but strategy builds wealth. And the future belongs to those who understand the difference. Please remember, one moment of effort becomes a lifetime of change.